2023. Roll call, please.
Weir.
Here.
Howlett.
Here.
Manning.
Here.
Freeman.
Here.
Let's stand for the Pledge of Allegiance, please.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. We can tell I'm not looking, but I can't even remember the words.
Need some sleep, Bob.
There's that.
All right, citizens' time. Are there any citizens wishing to address the Planning Commission today? Okay. All right, next item is meeting approval. Do I have a motion to approve the meeting minutes?
I motion to approve the minutes for January 17th.
Do I have a second?
Second.
All right, all in favor, say aye. Aye. All right. All right, agenda items. The first one is the site plan review for 14750 Jordan Lane.
Yes. As stated in the memo, just to reiterate, in 2015, the Haymarket Charitable Foundation submitted a final site plan. It never went through the complete sign-off process for the site plan, despite hearing that it had been approved. Now that COVID's over, the Haymarket Charitable Foundation has resubmitted the application for it.
Are we on Jordan Lane or the Charitable Foundation?
It's a charitable foundation.
The Mason's Lodge.
Yes.
Okay, all right.
Item 2.
Item 2, okay.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, sir.
Oh, no worries.
This one.
The location of this is not on the Masonic Lodge lot itself, it's on the Tobaccology parking lot, for context. Ron Miner, who represents the Masonic Lodge of Haymarket and the Haymarket Charitable Foundation, or Masonic Charitable Foundation, he's here representing them. He will be happy to take any questions you have about the site plan. I'm also going to put up the site plan for on the projector as well to view.
I'm not familiar with it. I've tried to take a look at this and figure out, trying to understand. Yeah.
I think the microphone's on. If you'd like to introduce yourself to the planning commission.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Ron Miner, representing the Haymarket Masonic Lodge.
Good evening. Are you familiar with this?
Huh?
Are you familiar with that? Okay.
Couple things. Looks like a number of things besides the street lights aren't handled in terms of aren't done yet. Landscaping, buffer yards, that sort of thing that was part of the first approval, the final site plan.
That's my understanding. I was not,
Is that going to be taken care of at the same time, or do you have a timetable for it?
same time. We're going to complete everything at the same time.
Everything off this application, okay. And you're changing the lighting style?
We haven't requested to change it. We will put in whatever you want. And what we have requested is I call them shoebox lights. It's just a pole with an L thing. Doesn't go,
You're not changing anything in the final site plan, or the approved site plan, you're simply.
Sorry. So you're not changing anything in the site plan other than the design feature of the lighting, but you're now going to finish the site plan and you're looking for approval on the final site plan?
yes.
And this is the final site plan as initially approved in, do we have an approval date on this?
2015.
Wow. They don't have a better date than that. But the drawings themselves haven't changed?
Drawings do not change.
Okay. The only other issue I've got, and I'll make this everybody aware of this since this is likely my last planning commission meeting, when we redid the zoning ordinance more than a year ago, part of the zoning ordinance regarded the historic overlay map, and it's referenced in the text. And apparently, we've never completed the map, even though it was my understanding it was done initially. So I don't know. As far as the site plan goes, I'm going to go ahead and be in favor of it. But I would caution everybody to be aware that I'm not sure it's clear where the town stands on its historic overlay, and that we need to make that a priority quickly, because I'm not sure whether this property was within or without the revised map, which will have considerations for your design features and that sort of thing. But I don't have any issue with the site plan itself.
So I'm trying to understand, and again, it looks like things were previously approved back in 2015. Is it adding parking spaces, additional parking spaces, or what does this involve?
We're paving an existing gravel parking lot
Okay,
and adding 5
lights.
parking lot lights to it.
Okay,
Isn't that lot already paved?
It is paved now. We started this process
Yeah, it's been a while.
4 years ago, and part of it was done before I took over the project, and I've been working with Emily and Matt to try to come up to speed. We had to search to find the drawings,
Yeah.
and so we're
with
all
that.
kind of playing catch up. They got halfway through it, and COVID hit, and everything shut down.
okay.
What isn't paved yet? 'Cause
The last 20 feet that goes over to the gate that abuts the actual
Oh, okay,
lodge
so
parking lot.
that throat that goes over to the gate by the actual mason, okay.
Yes.
Gotcha. Are you gonna repave the whole thing, or just
No, just going to add that.
gonna add that?
Yes,
That's extra
yeah, the
pavement?
pavement's only about a year and a half old.
Okay, okay.
Not to, because I am playing catch-up on this. What exactly is the Haymarket Charitable Foundation? I mean,
Okay. One of our members, 15 or 20 years ago, passed away. He owned the house next to the lodge and the lot that is now the tobaccology lot behind it, and bequeathed that to the lodge under the provision that we create the charitable foundation, from which, and he also gave some money, from which we expend about $60,000 to $70,000 a year to charitable organizations in the Haymarket, Prince William area.
okay,
We've only gone outside that area 2 times for donations.
okay.
Okay. Any other discussion points? No?
Good.
All right. So basically, we need a motion to approve, or what is required here?
Okay. Mr. Chair, I would move to approve the final site plan for the Haymarket Charitable Foundation lot at 6710 Madison Street.
Do I have a second?
Weir,
Aye.
Hallett,
Yes.
Yannick,
Yes.
Freeman,
Yes.
We're done.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Pick it up, I don't want to drop it.
Thanks for coming in.
All right. Now we can go back to site plan review for 14750 Jordan Lane.
Yes. From my understanding, as this site plan was submitted, I believe, late 2022, I was given this new grading plan on the 6th of February. This is the only material that I was given as a second submission. Engineer and I are waiting for more comments as well from the applicant and the developer.
Where is this one?
Jordan Lane across 66.
North of
Is that
66,
the one you
yes.
said you didn't even know was gonna pass, like, water or whatever? You didn't even know it was?
No, I know where it's at. It's, you go over the bridge and you take a right, where they were doing that construction for a while, and that's actually within the town.
It's like on a cul-de-sac, right?
Yeah.
Right across from like Exit Realty? Or,
No. You go up Jefferson Street, cross the bridge, take the immediate right where they were putting in that,
oh, the other direction.
where they were drilling over
Like a
there.
service
And there's a
road or
long, narrow, Jordan Lane's a long, narrow, windy area. runs
Oh,
by-
yeah. Okay.
And there's 4 or 5 houses on the left. And this is one of those homes. This is that modular unit, correct?
Yes.
Okay, and they're making, so my question,
To the existing unit, yes.
so the question I have is, we're waiting for responses from the second round of comments from the engineer?
Yeah, well, we're waiting for 1 second round responses from the engineer, but 2 first round comments from the applicant.
Then why do we even have this?
That might be a mistake on my end if it needs further.
Okay, there's no action we can take until the comments are addressed in the plan. This plan is set, is complete, so I would ask the planning commission just defer this until such time as the application is, the application process is complete without objection.
Nice second.
And this is just a single lot, right?
Yes, just 1 lot.
I would just, without objection, direct staff to take this back and complete the package before bringing it back.
And this is just for like a single-family home?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But we don't have the comments back, so how
Right.
can we approve anything? We can't even review it, so. No objections? It's back in your hands.
All right, site plan review for Haymarket Town Center.
Yes, so this is the 3rd submission for the Haymarket Town Center plan that redevelops this area around Jefferson and Washington Street. We're still waiting on a couple other entities for approval outside jurisdictions like DEQ, PWCSA, PWC Fire Marshal. The engineer comments are good so far. We received VDOT comments as well from the site plan, or from their review of the site plan.
So this is just a status update?
Yes.
So DEQ's approved our ENS and everything else, so we're good to go on that?
For this project, we're still waiting on DEQ responses.
Well, then what is DEQ approved? Unless I'm it says DEQ approved.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. My apologies. So yes, we've received all the DEQ responses.
Okay,
and approval for
so
that.
the ENS review is complete?
Yes.
Okay, and so we'll check that box. Service Authority, I'm assuming that involves their location survey? We're still waiting for, how long have we been waiting for that?
It has been, since the last submission, about a month.
Wonderful. And then VDOT, they're just taking their usual sweet time on the access points?
They actually gave us comments today.
Today?
Yes, so I can review those comments right now if the commission would like.
How lengthy are they?
1 sentence, 2 comments, 3 sentences total.
Okay.
So, I'll on item number 3.1 on the, let's see, SP drawing. The comments say low volume entrance proposed along Jefferson Street shows 45 vehicles per day. They recommend that this trip generation is obtained using the methodology in the Institute of Transportation Engineers trip generation. So it looks like VDOT wants more
They want a different
accurate.
calculate. Okay.
Exactly. And then they recommend a maximum width of the commercial entrance at the intersection of 24 feet with the minimum curb return radius of 20 feet.
It's actually very little. I'm surprised. Looks like we almost nailed it. So again, this is just a status update.
Yes.
I'm good.
All right. Next agenda item is old business.
Yes. To follow up on a few other lots that we received final site plans for, or for review, Kitty Academy submitted their final site plan. 6700 Blight Drive has also submitted their final site plan. We're waiting on a lighting update insert for lots at the corner of Fayette Street and Jefferson Street. There's another site plan application from them. I wanted to bring up the historic overlay again. Before that, any other questions on the final site plans I've
What's the
brought up?
6700 Blake Drive again?
11 townhomes. Those three, they acquired those three
Over
lot
by
properties.
Alexander's Keep.
Yep.
Okay.
Still 11 townhomes, right? That's what they're, okay.
11?
They acquired those three lots, three properties, single family, the older homes at the end of Blight.
Trying to think where the hell that street is.
Landry's property.
Next to
Down
QBE.
Landry's property.
Oh, okay.
So there's 3 houses at the end of Blight.
Yeah.
Okay.
Kitty corner from Alexander's Keep.
So when you say they submitted their final site plan?
yes.
Okay, so what is the next step as far as the planning commission? When do we review those, or?
Once all of the comments are addressed and the site plan is ready,
I see, okay.
then we have to do the acceptance of the site plan. But it's not ready for that at this point in time because none of the review has occurred. None of the comments haven't been issued and responses haven't been taken.
Okay. All right, go ahead.
While we're here, actually, I wanted to ask a clarification question just from the planners end. As I'm new to the planning commission review, I was looking through the zoning ordinance and also talking with town staff. And apologies for misinterpreting the role potentially, is the role of the planning commission to, once we get all these comments, pass the final site plan and then we give administrative approval, and that is the order of operations?
If I recall correctly, the final site plan has fallen to the planning commission for adoption. I can double check that, but I believe
And then
unless
is that
somebody
the
has
council?
changed something, we're the ones that have been given the authority to approve the final site plan. I don't even think it goes to council anymore. I think the last stop is here, but if you'll give me a second, go ahead and continue. I'll double
Yes.
check.
Part of my clarification is, I'm under the impression that the commission is used to review the site plans in the process, and then we give administrative approval.
No,
Okay, I want to make that clarification so that in the next
I
commission
don't
meeting.
believe so.
Okay. So in the future commission meetings, what I brought up as old business will be the site plans that we review.
Yeah, why can't I find the ordinance tonight? Oh, there we go. Of course, it's not going to load tonight. There we go. Minor site plans shall be approved administratively by staff. The planning commission shall have final purview over major site plans with an appeal process to the BZA, so yes.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind with future site plan applications.
I would, for example, I would consider tobaccology a major site plan. I would consider the single-family home a minor. The minor you can administratively do. That's my take. I would suggest you clear that with the town manager on a case-by-case basis.
Will do. Any other comments from the commission?
No.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind in my review process and move forward with that. With old business as well, I wanted to bring up the historic overlay that Commissioner Weir mentioned. The town clerk and I looked through minutes from when this historic overlay was discussed. Most of these were during, I believe, June of 2021, September of 2021, and December of 2021 in various ARB, Planning Commission, and Town Council meetings. What we found is that there was no map, even though it was said in the future that the map would be provided, there was no map provided for approval yet.
No, there was a map provided.
There was?
There were, it was, my understanding is it was sent to the ARB. Once we completed our review, the draft map was done. Quite frankly, and you might want to address this with the town attorney, my position would be that the draft map supplied with the amendments to the zoning ordinance should have been, and in my view, and again, you need to talk to the town attorney about this, if the map was presented with the ordinance and adopted by the board, adopted by the council, then it's in place and it doesn't need to go to the ARB because it's already been legislatively adopted by the town council. So I think somebody needs to figure this out because I've been under the impression since 2021 that this map was in place and adopted, and now to find out that there isn't one is a little bit irritating. But I would suggest, as a matter of course, there was a map drafted. It was part of the package. The zoning amendments were adopted, and it should be part of the adoption of the zoning amendments and should not require a separate review and adoption by the Planning Commission, because there was a public hearing on the, if I remember, the map was part of the presentation of the zoning amendments. I've been thinking about this for the last couple of hours, as you can tell. So I think we need to get this squared away. We need to get it squared away post haste.
Okay. We'll continue to work as staff and coordinate with the town manager to find that map.
Let me see if I can find it. This is historic overlay, right? What was the time frame, 2021?
The ZTA went to public hearing for council on December 6th,
Of 21?
21. And in the agenda packet on December 6th, 21, the map was not provided. And if you scroll down to the end of the appendix, it said map would be provided at a later date.
Yeah, but I know we've drawn one before.
There was a draft of a map that Samantha Lewis, which was the town,
Would that have come from her?
was the
Intern, right?
Intern?
She provided, and she actually passed the map out at an ARB meeting. I went and I looked at the meeting.
Yeah, but the boundaries of the map were not an ARB,
Right.
were not within their purview. The boundaries of the map were within the purview of the Planning Commission for designation and the board for adoption.
Right, and Mr. Hallett, I remember him saying that the planning commission was in agreement of the historic overlay
I do remember saying that, yeah.
guidelines.
All right. We need to get this squared away, though. It's just that it's not
But
done.
I never saw the map as part of the agenda in the planning commission public hearing or the town council public hearing. It was not part of the agenda package.
Oh, it should have been. All right.
And that's what I was looking at, and that's what, those are the two meetings I went and referred to is the September, I think it was September 21, was the planning commission public hearing,
Okay.
and then December 6th was the town council public hearing.
Why am I not finding this? She was S. Lewis at townofhaymarket.com.
Yeah, Samantha Lewis, S. Lewis, Tom and Haymarket.
Why do I have no messages from her? All right. If we can just get to the bottom of this, because it's now long overdue.
Okay.
One more item of old business as well. I'm coordinating with the town manager in the next couple of weeks on comp plan updates, and we'll provide those in the next planning commission meetings.
Okay.
And that is all I have for old business.
I hear you that you were not able to work together with Mr. Chrisman on that, right?
Nope.
Okay.
I take it that's out of the question now, correct?
Yep.
Just, yeah.
Okay. All right. New business.
The one item of new business I see in the future is there's the section of the lots near Crossroads Village Center that are owned, I believe, by the same property owner, but a separate set of parcels from the Crossroads Village Center development.
Yeah.
We received a site plan this last week for a new dentist office that we'll be reviewing for that, in that area next to Crossroads Village Center.
That should be within the allowable uses within that zoning district?
Yes.
And is all that's going to be on that?
On that specific site plan, yes.
Okay.
So it'll be a site plan revision to the original one, which was done 18 to 20 years ago?
Yes.
Okay.
So there will be just a few procedural items to go through, subdivision of parcel, so that they can operate on their own, and then that site plan on that parcel as well.
And then on that development, Lidl, they haven't started construction, right?
No,
They haven't.
we're still working with them on signage with ARB.
Oh, that's still,
That got tabled to March, I believe.
okay.
So we're holding up the site plan for signage?
I believe Lidl, now that we're looking back on this, I believe Lidl's site plan was approved, and signage is the
Okay.
last thing that needs approval.
Okay, they just-
So in terms of
they just
construction,
haven't- they just
exactly.
haven't-
That's a simple
Initiate.
construction, isn't it a modular? They just pretty much set it. It's not going to take long. to-
Standalone building
That's
as well.
probably a tilt up.
Yeah.
They had already been to the ARB and got approval on signage and lighting. And then, they actually, when the zoning changed and they were, signs.
The sign ordinance changed?
Sign ordinance changed, they.
Redesigned?
amended
Okay.
the, application.
Okay. I think we did not approve the larger sign, if I'm not mistaken, right?
I think we actually increased the signage square footage for that type of building,
Oh, really?
They're coming back.
so that's why they're coming back now.
Okay.
They were supposed, January they were supposed to be, and then they postponed. it?
They've postponed to March, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. How about any updates on the gym? I know we've been,
At Planet Fitness,
Yeah.
it's still an internal issue where it's about the
The county
cost
pulled them
of,
up?
no hold up on our end from the town's end.
Is the county,
Oh,
No,
I'm sorry, on the county's end?
Yeah.
I'm not sure, I can follow up with them again, but it sounded more like a cost of equipment, building, those kind of things.
Okay.
With the contractor themselves, not necessarily the county. I'll follow up with them again as well, though, to confirm. But that was my latest update as of late January, so.
okay. All right, Mr. Hallett, ARB updates.
Yeah, Ghosted Concepts and Cookies and Cream had a signed application that we approved, and what's that? Medical spa?
Thrive Medical Spa.
Yeah, she came in last Wednesday, and yeah, we approved that as well. Not much else going on, just a couple signed applications here and there, but
Okay. Mr. Weir, town council updates?
Not a whole lot. About the only thing of interest from the last meeting, at least immediately, is we're doing the second quarter budget allocation. The public hearing will be a week from tonight.
We already did the second quarter budget amendment
We did?
last month.
How about the? God, I really need to get some sleep. Are we? Do we have the public hearing and adopt it, or are we adopting?
Yeah, both.
I got nothing to report. With one exception, this is likely my last planning commission meeting. I will be forced to resign Monday
Forced?
or before. Well, by law. Well, I don't. Yeah, I do because I'm appointed by the board. I'm a liaison, so yes, I will. It will be my last.
Okay.
I will have to conjunctively resign from the planning commission and from the town council prior to Monday. So it's been fun. It's been good. I'll still be around. You'll still see me. Don't irritate me because I'll come and yell at you from the dais or from the podium, as Kim can attest to.
We look forward to that.
That's all I got.
All right. Okay, do I have a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second? Second. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.